Sadler running second. Crew chief Pat Tracy, can you go to the finish without stopping for fuel?
It's pretty close. We were counting on a couple of these caution laps with the Motor Trend Quality Parts Sports Tour. It's been running pretty good all day, so we decided to go into track position, and I think we can make it. Even if we can't, we're going to try to make it.
How big was this caution?
It helped us a bunch. We needed just a couple more laps. We still might be 1 or 2 shy, but if we're shy, we're going to go for it anyhow.
Okay, I finally got a straight answer out of him because I asked him about 3 or 4 times off a camera, and he really wouldn't commit to anything. So now we know the answer. It's go or go broke.
I like it.
I like it, yes, sir.
I think we're going to see a lot of that in these final laps. Next weekend, Buckhole qualifying from Pocono Friday on TNT. Saturday, the Net Zero 250 for the Busch Series from Pikes Peak on NBC, and then the Pep Boys Pennsylvania 500 next Sunday on TNT. We are green at New Hampshire once again.
Healthy out there. Can't be so nice. He's got 3 of those guys lined up, so he got to the bottom. Good restart from him.
All right, he got a really good break in Steve Park. Held up Elliott Sadler, Jeff Green.
Or somebody was crowding somebody there.
That was Matt Kenseth, Robbie Gordon, and Hutch Strickland, 3 wide. Thank you, and they all made it. Not sure how.
I didn't know that groove was that wide.
Well, Matt was kind of all 4 wheels below the yellow line.
Oh, I see. Now I understand.
The other 2 guys were kind of tied up with each other at the moment. He said, "Excuse me, I'm coming through." Dale Jarrett. Ooh.
Kurt Busch down there. I'm trying to get alongside the 1 car.
See that big wiggle Jarrett had when he went into turn 1? Kind of a little square corner there. Race for the championship. Where are the contenders running today? Sterling Marlin is farther back than he's been all day. He's been 6th to 10th all day, but this whole strategy track position thing has got him shuffled back to 22nd right now. And Mark Martin, as you ride with him, he's up in 10th. So what was a 49-point difference between the 2 would be 5 if they finish this way.
And the shuffling is not finished.
Oh, no. By any stretch of the imagination, this shuffling is not over.
Yeah, I keep saying it, and I don't want to sound like I'm hyping it because I'm not, but with this many cars on the lead lap, anybody could win this thing. The way the cautions fall, you know, the farther we get to the finish, the more intense some of these little fender confrontations are going to get.
Well, I tell you, a guy that's got a good race car is Kurt Busch. He's trying to get alongside Dale Jarrett now, try to get that last lap back, but it's not going to do him any good because once he gets his back, then he's 31st.
Hey, another guy that slipped into 5th place this down is Rusty Wallace.
Yeah, made up 2 laps.
And now you know why these guys are racing so hard to try to keep Rusty down.
Trouble turn 4, Ricky Craven.
And no caution yet. It doesn't look like there's going to be one.
Well, that hurts some guys' track position.
They are checking turn 4. They say the track is clear. As I monitor the NASCAR officials' radio communications, we will stay under green.
Now, Jeff went down pit road, obviously not pit road speed, but I think they'll let him have that one because he was trying to avoid a wreck.
Oh, yeah.
Matt?
Well, the 24 Jeff Gordon, when they pitted on their previous caution, they were going to go for track position, gas only, but a miscue in the pits. The crew was pushing the car forward, but they didn't know that Jeff was blocked in. Jeff was starting to back the car up. In the confusion, Jeff stalled the car. At that point, they'd lost that track position they were trying to gain, so they came back in to take out 4 tires. They restarted in 30th. He's been mired back in traffic. He's now 31st.
Another look at what happened to Ricky Craven in turn 4 a second ago.
Looks like Sterling Marlin and the 40 car is going to get in the back of Ricky Craven. Just touch him in the back. Around goes Craven. Does a 360 or 720. I'm not sure exactly which.
He did a lot.
But that's some great driving to not hit anything spinning like that. That's from Kevin Harvick's car.
And it looks like that Ricky Craven had jumped out of the throttle because something happened in front of him that caused him to jump out of the throttle, and that's why Sterling ran the back of him.
Yeah, that angle showed it great right there.
Watching Jeff Green and Ward Burton race for 3rd and 4th places. couple of guys trying to stretch the fuel, make it all the way to the finish from their last stops. Matt?
Well, Alan, when that happened, Ricky Craven came on the radio and said he would like to have a nice conversation with Sterling Marlin when this race is over. Then he came on the radio about half a lap ago and said, I think I may have a tire going down. I may have a flat.
Oh, no.
Happy homecoming. Ricky Craven from Newburgh, Maine, spent some years living in Concord, New Hampshire, which is just 6-7 miles from the racetrack here. And up to the lead. Here comes Elliott Sadler.
Well, Elliott is not trying to save gas, is he? He's trying to take the lead.
Well, when you can see it and taste it,
Yeah,
you want it.
it's kind of hard to back off the throttle, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Couple of second place finishes so far this season for Sadler. The Daytona 500 and the spring race at Darlington.
And we talked about that being a backup car, Alan, for Elliott Sadler. It's not really a backup car. He's going to go for the lead, guys. Ducks back in. It's really the backup car. It's been on the ring most of the year, but it's never gotten a chance to taste the track. It just sits up there. They finally had to bring it out. The car got so excited, it's taking Elliott right to the front.
And he needs to go. He needs to get by the 88 car because all these guys behind him are starting to catch him. Guys like Rusty and Ward Burton, Jeff Green. So he really needs to get by the 88. I think he's a little bit faster at this point.
And here he comes. He's on the inside. Down in turn 1. He's not going to back off this time.
He'll go in deep this time.
42 laps to go. Elliott Sadler takes the point from Dale Jarrett. He started back in 38th. And we heard his crew chief Pat Tryson say just a minute ago, they may make it on fuel, but they're going to go for it anyway.
It doesn't matter. We're not stopping.
Man, the top 6 cars. Oh, Ward Burton just got into the back of Jeff Green there in the middle of 3 and 4.
And here comes Matt Kenseth. He and Dale Earnhardt Jr. have been the dominant cars in this race. Stopped, took tires and fuel under that last caution, and he's starting to pick his way back through. He's got enough laps to get there.
I don't know. It's hard to imagine getting by all these cars on a very, very tight racetrack in the last 40 laps. But we'll see, maybe.
Another thing you got to be careful of, BP, is, you know, these guys are talking about we think we can make it, we're going to try it. Look at how close they're running. If it gets down to it and one of these guys runs out of gas, they're going to be all over each other.
Ward Burton on Jeff Green. This is for 3rd place.
And Rusty Wallace in the 2 cars trying to get close enough that he can follow Ward Burton through. Oh, and some contact between the 17 and 2.
I guess that friendship they developed earlier in the race is gone between those two.
Yeah, it's kind of gone now, Bill, yeah.
They already paid each other back, so everything's even.
Ward Burton to 3rd. Jeff Green back to 4th. Matt Kenseth is by Rusty Wallace for 5th. Elliott Sadler is the leader. This is our last commercial break before the checkered flag. 39 laps to go. It's going to be a good finish.
Stacker 2 presents the New England 300 on TNT. Today's race is brought to you by Stacker 2, the world's strongest fat burner. Burn fat, crush cravings, and supercharge your energy. By Ford, the most far-reaching sports utility vehicles on Earth. Ford Outfitters, no boundaries. By Subway, fresh-made sandwiches on fresh baked bread. Subway, eat fresh. And by the United States Army, an army of one.
Another sellout crowd at New Hampshire International Speedway has seen a rough and wild race, one that's outcome is still very much in doubt with just 33 laps to go. Elliott Sadler in the Wood Brothers car getting pressure from Dale Jarrett for the lead.
And here goes DJ. He's on the inside. Looks like he's going to take it away, and yes, he is. I just wonder if DJ, Todd, and those guys lost track of the 21 car. Because remember, he just let the 21 car go by like he was a car a lap down. What if they didn't realize that was the lead? Because DJ now is running faster than he was before. Marty, what's going on down there?
No, they knew that was for the lead, Benny, but Dale Jarrett gets better the longer he runs. They're concerned that the car may fall off in the last 10 or 15 laps or so, because that's what it's done all day long. It's gotten a little too tight the longer he runs, but it's just coming to him right now.
Is that a big hole I see in the front of the 30 car? right around the headlight.
That's probably been there since that incident with Joe Nemechek. Remember, he was the one involved in the contact with the 25? What was that? Way back at lap 30.
Didn't notice it earlier.
Trouble. Casey Atwood. Caution is out. Second crash of the day for Atwood. He got tangled up with John Andretti off turn 4 earlier. And the Sirius Dodge has got some serious problems right now.
Well, how many caution flags is that? And what was the record again?
This will be number 13. And the record's 17.
Oh, we got a long ways to go.
Yeah.
Well, I hope we don't get to the record.
Only got 29 laps to go. I hope we don't have another 4 or 5 cautions in that time.
The problem that, especially on a one-groove racetrack like this, is cautions breed cautions. I mean, you get these cars bunched up side by side, and it's almost impossible not to make contact.
Especially towards the end of the race. Every spot counts.
32 cars on the lead lap here.
I don't think you'll see too many guys diving from pit lane here.
No.
Yeah, it's almost a no-win situation for some of these crew chiefs.
Kurt Busch is about the only guy because he's now is on the lead lap, but he's 32nd. He might come down and make adjustments, change tires, because he has nothing to lose.
You know, if you're one of these guys that's 10th or 15th and you take the tires, you're going back to 30th. It's not like there's only, 16, 17 cars on the lead lap, so it's really going to be tough for some of these guys to come onto pit road. And so far, no takers.
Let's see who is the first guy to dive on the pit road. My guess is, oh, here we go, Hut Strickland. Oh, I'm sorry, Jeremy Mayfield.
Yep.
Stacy Compton. John Andretti.
Bobby Hamilton, Ricky Craven, Steve Grissom, and Kurt Busch, like you said, coming in for tires. So, how did caution flag number 13 get caused?
Well, we'll show you.
On board.
Just got loose getting in. That hurt.
Did hurt. And you're right, I think that was exactly what happened. Wally just got loose getting in the corner.
So Casey Atwood will join Tony Stewart, Morgan Shepherd, Joe Nemechek, Kirk Shelmerdine, and Jeffrey Bodine as those who will not finish the New England 300. 28 laps to go here in New Hampshire. Dale Jarrett's your leader. I think there are probably some frayed nerves on top of those pit boxes with crew chiefs worrying about these last 27 laps of the New England 300. We've got cars leading that might be close to making it on fuel, might run out before they get to the checkers. We've got cars with fresher tires a little bit behind them. Marty, get us started down on pit road.
But you know what, Alan? These caution laps really help these guys. I think this is going to put Dale Jarrett within his window. That's a huge help because I don't think they would have made it before. I just asked Todd Barrett, can you make it? He just smiled. He didn't help me out very much, but he said your biggest competition is the 17 car behind you. Keep him behind you. We'll be in good shape. Bill?
This is the 19th lap of caution since lap 200. That's when Elliott Sadler stopped for fuel. The Wood brothers knew they couldn't make it to the finish from there, but they were counting on caution laps. Once they got to 18, they were sure they couldn't make it. They told Elliott Sadler that. His car's a little tight. Here's their conversation just a moment ago.